Hey guys, happy fall. Hope you're staying warm out there. Listen, as we move into the fourth quarter of this year, I wanted to give you a little bit of perspective that may change the way you think about what's possible for you in your fitness, energize you, help you roll into 2020 looking and feeling your best. Listen, it's all about this idea called powerful decisions. So maybe you can relate to this. Do you think about your fitness journey in terms of sacrifice, or in terms of discipline, or in terms of tough choices, like you can't eat this and you can't eat that? I have a lot of clients and they're always asking me, like, it's football season, they're having football parties, what can I eat at the football party? And guys, listen, those are ideas around like rules and structure, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not freedom. And I'll tell you what, the whole point of being really fit, the whole point of being a high performance person, the whole point of having more energy and more muscle and less body fat and more strength is so that you can be free. And so I want to release you all to be free for the next quarter. And I'm going to show you how to achieve your goals while being free. That's a crazy thing, but we want to get past the rules. And here's what it all comes down to. Number one, when we talk about powerful decisions, is we want to understand that everything we do matters. In other words, every choice we make changes something. Every choice we make either moves us toward the things that we want or away from the things that we want. Literally every choice. The fact that you are watching this video right now is either moving you toward things that you want or away from things that you want. What you had for breakfast this morning either moved you toward things you want or away from things you want. Once you realize that literally every decision you make moves you toward things you want or away from things you want, you get to choose, guess what you want. And at the end of the day, there's only two kinds of people in the world, the ones who get what they want and the ones who don't. And in order to be the person who gets what they want, you have to know what you want. So when we talk with our clients, we get in depth. I want you to take a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, take the rest of this quarter, all the way up until January 1st, and figure out what is it you want. We're not talking about goals. We're not talking about being healthier. We're not talking about doing stuff that you know you should do or eating foods you know you should eat. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about what do you want? And that can look like a lot of different stuff, but I'll tell you, for me, what I want is more energy. What I want is less body fat. I want more muscle. I want more strength, more power, more endurance. I want better workouts, and I want to recover better after those workouts. I want to be less sore. Those are things that are important to me. I want to sleep better. I want to digest my food better. I want to be healthier and less prone to illness. I want less pain. Those are things that I want. So what's cool is when I make decisions, I get to decide to do things that move me toward what I want. Now, quick aside, you may feel like you want some things that are in conflict. In other words, you may be familiar with a concept known as FOMO, or fear of missing out. Like, I want this thing and I also want this thing. Guess what? Powerful, successful people are willing to choose one thing and go get it, because they realize that once they make that decision and do the thing that gets them what they want, it actually opens up more opportunities to have more. Now here's how this works. This is what we call a numbered line. There, you can see that there? Okay. This is like a graph showing direction toward the things that you want and away from the things that you want. And here's how simple this gets. When we get good at this, this is just a way of thinking about things. And this applies to literally every aspect of your life, but today we're going to focus on nutrition. You can probably think right now of 5 foods that if you share things that you want like I do, you want more energy, less body fat, more muscle, better sleep, better digestion. How about that? If you have those same things that you want, you can probably name 5 foods that when you eat them, give you more energy. When you eat them, burn fat. There are foods that when you eat them, build muscle. There's foods that when you eat them, help you sleep better. There's foods that when you eat them, help you digest your food better. And there are also foods, you can probably name a lot more than 5, that when you eat them, move you away from the things that you want. So here's what happens. Most people in their life each day will do a couple of things that move them toward the things they want, and they'll do a couple of things that move them away from the things that they want. And then the next day they'll do a couple of things that move them toward the things they want, and a couple of things that move them away from the things they want. And how much progress does somebody make over time doing it that way? Not a lot. They can make progress as long as they do a few more things toward the way that they want instead of away from it, but it's going to be slow. It's going to be hard. It's going to be full of sacrifice, and it's going to be full of self-doubt. So what I encourage all of my clients is get in the powerful mode of making powerful decisions where you choose what you want and you do things that move you that way, and you choose not to do things that move you the other way. Can you imagine how fast your progress would be? But not only that, can you imagine how fulfilled you would feel and how powerful you would feel? If every bite of food you ate gave you more energy, if every bite of food you ate built muscle and burned fat, you would feel so good you would never want to stop. There'd be no wagon to fall off of. There'd be no track to get off of. You would just continue doing things that got you what you want. And that's the powerful snowball effect of living powerful decisions, is that the more that you get what you want, the more addictive that becomes, and the less you want to do other stuff. But here's what's even better. If you spend 90% of your time only doing things that move you toward the things that you want, you can actually afford to make decisions in any given moment to do some things that move you this way, and it has almost no impact because almost everything you do moves you that way with power. So for instance, if you live your life and 90% of the time you are filling your body with food that fuels your goals and moves you toward what you want, you can have a Seahawks party, go Russell Wilson, and you can enjoy it. Have some chili, have a hot dog, have some chips. You're gonna move a couple this way that day. And guess what? The rest of the day, you're doing things that move you that way. And guess what you do the next day? All day, moving that way. All day, moving that way. Eating food that fuels you. Guess what? When you have a football party, and I do this, I enjoy the food at a football party. I'll have myself a hamburger and some chips. But guess what? I feel it for the rest of the day. I have less energy. I feel a little bit fatter. I feel a little bit slower. I don't sleep as well. And I'm willing to take that because there is a trade-off. I get some benefit being able to enjoy that food with my friends in that environment, but I don't make it a lifestyle. I get right back on what I'm doing, making powerful decisions every day toward the things that I want. So listen, I want you for the rest of the quarter to get clear about what you want. Why is it that you make the decisions you make? You're not clear about what it is you want. We have to be able to be clear so that we can go into every situation, make decisions to put food in our body that fuels our goals. And when we do that, we feel great. We are energized, we are motivated, and we never want to stop. That creates a life with so much momentum in the direction of the things that you want that not only do you never want to stop, but even if you do take a couple steps back, it hardly even slows you down. And that is freedom, and that is power. And that's the way that we live at Shogun Fitness. Thank you so much, you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need help coming up with new foods or new ideas or new ways to live that give you that power, let me know. Because guess what? You might be eating clean, you might be working on some sort of a fitness program or a nutrition program, and it seems like the stuff you're supposed to do, it seems like it makes sense, but you don't have the energy you want. You don't get the workouts you want. You aren't seeing the results you want. Guess what? That means it's the wrong thing for you. That is not a life of power. That is not nutrition of power. So reach out to me. I have all kinds of options. We will put together a program for you where it's food that you love to eat. Every bite of it, you feel the energy. You feel the muscle being built. You feel the fat burning. And you feel the better sleep, the better digestion, and everything that you need to move toward the body and the performance and the experience of life that you want. Because guess what? Ain't nobody got time to have no energy. We need more energy, and you get energy from the right food. So reach out to me if you have any